Okay, guys, sorry about that. Hopefully my mic is working now. So hi guys, my name is Emer. I'm from Dublin, Ireland. I'm 23. And I am a teacher, an English teacher. So say hi in the chat. In the chat. How are you? So say hi in the chat, guys. How are you? And tell me, introduce yourself. Where are you from? Where are you from? What's your name? Okay, so what city are you in? In Italy or France? Where are you? I work at Montenero, the Montenero, my English school in Milan. But I'm from Dublin in Ireland. My name is Emer. It's an old Irish name, so a little strange, but it's pronounced Emer. Emer, like summer. Emer. So say hi in the chat. Tell me where you're from. All right. So my neighborhood. In this focus activity, neighborhood vocabulary, there are adverbs of frequency. So my neighborhood. Ask and answer these questions. So where do you live? Where do you live? Okay. Hi, Amina from Turin. Hi, Amina. How are you? It's great. Great to see you. Hi, Amina. Okay. So, Amina, you live in Turin. Great. I live in Milan. And what neighborhood do you live in? So, a neighborhood is like an area that you live in. I live in Turin. Perfect, Ami. Thank you. And what neighborhood do you live in Turin? So I live in the Ca Granda neighborhood. I live near Bacocca in Milan. So the neighborhood is the area in the city that you live in. So our school in Milan, in Montenero, is in Porta Romana. That is the name of the neighborhood. So what neighborhood do you live in? Tell me in the chat. So I live in Ca Granda. Is your neighborhood big or small? Ooh, interesting. Is your neighborhood big or small? So my neighborhood is small, I think. Lots of people live in my neighborhood, but like physically, it's small. Not very big. Okay, Corinne, from Leon. Hi, Corinne. It's great to speak to people from France. Hi, Corinne. How are you? Ami, what is neighborhood? I don't understand. Neighborhood is the area you live in. Neighborhood is a small, is the small area you live in. For example, in Milan, Porta Romana is a neighborhood in Milan. Ah, there we go. Okay, okay. My neighborhood is very big. Okay, Corinne, lovely. My neighborhood is very small. Corinne, do you live in the city in Lyon or just outside of the city? Do you like your neighborhood? Do you like your neighborhood? I like my neighborhood because it's because there are lots of shops and restaurants, and it is near the city. Okay, so I like my neighborhood because there are lots of shops and restaurants, and it is near the city. So, do you like your neighborhood? And why? Corinne, my neighborhood is very big, not Leon. Okay, so you live near Leon then? So, well, I live in Milan now, in the city, but in Dublin, my family live uh, near the city. So they live a little bit outside. Corinne, I I like shop and restaurant. Okay. Um, we could use the plural, so I like the shops and restaurants. Ami, my neighborhood is biggest and commercially there are a lot of shops and restaurants and shopping centers. Lovely. Hey, so just big. My neighborhood is big and commercially, sure. Lovely. Good answer, Ami. Okay. And do you like your neighbors? So your neighbors are the people who live near you. So if you live in an apartment, your neighbors are the people who live in the apartments near you. Or if you live in a house, the people who live in the house beside or across the road. So, do you like your neighbors? Um, I I don't know my neighbors because I don't speak Italian. But they are quiet mostly. Um, uh, there is a neighbor who has a dog who is very loud, always barking, always barking. But they're nice mostly. So, do you like your neighbors? Okay, so yes, they are nice. I have a neighbor with a loud dog sometimes, which is annoying. Or understand neighbors. Okay. Oh, sorry, Corinne. Neighbors are the people who live near you, beside you. Um, so people who live around you. Italian won't work. So people who live near you. Um, uh, les personnes habitent près de vous, if that's correct. My French is not good. So the people who live near you. So I live in this house. My friend lives in this house. She is my neighbor. Okay. Okay. Good, Corinne. So, do you like your neighbors, Corinne? Do you like your neighbors? Les voisins. Neighbors will be voisins, I think. Les voisins. Yeah, neighbors, les voisins. Good, good. Yes, I like them. So don't forget to use a subject. Yes, I like them. Okay, great, Corinne. All right. Vocabulary matching. Match the pictures to the photo. Les voisins in French. Thank you, Ami. Good. We will try to not translate, okay? But it's okay. Thank you. Okay. Vocabulary matching. Match the pictures to the photo. Library, post office, dog park, pharmacy, hair salon, church, and school. So match the words to the picture. Be careful with library. It is a false friend in I think French and Italian. So library in Italian and French is a bookshop, but in English, library is different. In English, library is bibliothèque or biblioteca. It's the place where you go to read books or to study. So a public library. So it's a bibliothèque or la bibliothèque. La bibliothèque in French, biblioteca in Italian, I think. So library is A. Okay, so tell me what is B, C, D, E, F, G. So match the words to the pictures. Well done, Corinne, very good. Library. Ooh. Church, C, post office, pharmacy. Yeah. Pharmacy, school, dog park, hair salon. Well done, Amy. Very quick, very fast. Yeah, so B is a church. C, post office. D, a pharmacy. E, school. F, dog park. And G, hair salon. Okay, so tell me which of these do you have in your neighborhood? So what do you have in your neighborhood? What do you have in your neighborhood? So in my neighborhood, I have a pharmacy, a school, and a dog park. We also have a shop. My neighborhood my neighborhood has a library and a museum. Oh, lovely, Corinne. So we use the verb to have. So my neighborhood, third person is has. My neighborhood has a library and a museum. Lovely. In my neighborhood, there are the post office and pharmacy and the big park and hairdresser. Okay. Okay, lovely. So each in this sentence, each of these are singular. So we'll use the singular. There is a post office, a pharmacy, a big park, and a hairdressers. And a hairdresser. You can use singular. So we use the singular there. There is pharmacy. Okay. Corinne, my neighborhood has a school. Lovely. Yeah. In my neighborhood, there is a school on my road. So just across the road, there is a school. Okay. So how often Use these words and phrases to describe habits. So never, always, every day, once a week, twice a month. Examples: I never go to the dog park. I go to the cinema once a month. I go to school every day. How often do you go to the? Okay, all right, guys. So here we have adverbs of frequency. So never, always, every day, once a week, twice a month. So we have once, twice, and then 3 times, 4 times, 5 times are all regular. But once and twice is different. And then every week, we could also say every month, every week, every month, every year, yeah, every Christmas or something like that. So tell me your daily routine. So write 5 sentences about your daily routine. Good, Ami. I go to my S twice a month. Routine. Using adverbs of frequency. So write 5 sentences about your daily routine using adverbs of frequency. Corinne, I never go to the gym. I go to the cinema always. Good, Corinne. So I never go to the gym. Perfect. But next, we would still use the same pattern. We would say, I always go to the cinema. So the adverb of frequency goes before the verb. Great. Okay, great, guys. So keep writing sentences. Write 5 sentences about your daily routine using your adverbs of frequency. Ooh, on Saturday, I always make cake. Lovely. Great. So you don't need the. On Saturday, I always make cake. Great. Or you can say the cake if you always make cake. I always make the cake. Yeah, that's great, Amy. Okay. I could say every morning I wake up at 9 o'clock. Every morning I wake up at 9 o'clock. Um, Once a week I order a takeaway. Um, so a takeaway is on the app like Just Eat or Glovo when you order food for a takeaway. I go swimming. I go to the swimming pool once a month, and every day I study English. Ooh, that's great, Amy. Great, studying English every day. Wonderful. Okay, and let's ask some questions. So, how often do you go to the? Okay, so you ask me or each other questions. So first, how often do you go to the doctor? How often do you, come on, you go to the doctor? So tell me in the chat, how often do you go to the doctor? How often do you go to the doctor? I go to the doctor um, once a year. I go to the doctor once a year. Okay, so create some questions. How often do you go to the doctor? And then just create your own question. How often do you Corinne, Okay, all right, Corinne, no problem. So we are making questions using how often do you go to the. How often do you go to the restaurant? Corinne, how often do you go to the concerts? Lovely. Great question. I go to the concert maybe twice, once or twice a year. I go to a concert once or twice a year. Okay. How often do you Ami, how often do you go to the countryside? I go every weekend. Oh, cool. All right, so Corinne, how often do you go to the countryside? I go to the countryside. I would say I never go to the countryside. I never go to the countryside. How often do you exercise? Okay. How often do you exercise? I exercise uh, twice a week. Corinne, how often do you meet friends? Great question. Corinne, great question. I meet friends a few times a week. So a few times means like 3 or 4 times. Good question, Corinne. How often do you meet friends? Great question. Okay. What is there? What is there? What's in my English school's neighborhood? In this neighborhood, there is a school. In this neighborhood, there are 2 dog parks. In this neighborhood, there are lots of restaurants, library, post office, dog park, pharmacy, hair salon, church, and school. So, we have one more question from Corinne. How often do you go to the museum? Great question. How often do you go to the museum? I don't go to the museum often. I go to the museum maybe 2 or 3 times a year. Okay, I go around 2 or 3 times a year. Okay, great work, guys. So in my neighborhood, oh, I skipped. There we go. Okay, so in this neighborhood, there are lots of. So lots of means many. Okay, in this neighborhood, there is a pharmacy. Lovely. In this neighborhood, there are restaurants, or there are lots of restaurants, maybe. So lots of means many. So in the area where my English school is, so in my English school's neighborhood, so in Milan, my English school is in Porta Romana. In Porta Romana, there are lots of shops and restaurants. There is a bank, a church, and a dog park. Ami, in this neighborhood, there are many shopping centers. Great. Many shopping centers. Okay, good work, guys. So, meeting with the mayor. Prepare for a meeting with the mayor. Tell the mayor what is and isn't in your neighborhood. In my neighborhood, there is a dog park, but there isn't a school. In my neighborhood, there are 3 supermarkets, but there aren't any libraries. Okay, so Corinne, in this neighborhood, this my school, my English school, and there is, okay, in this neighborhood, there is my school, my English school, and there is a library, and there are parks. So parks is plural. We don't use an article for plurals. Okay, there isn't an article for plurals. So there are many parks, we might say, or there are 4 parks. Okay. Corinne, in this neighborhood, there is a post office. Lovely. Okay, so now we are writing a letter for a meeting with the mayor. So the mayor is the leader of your city. The mayor is the leader of your city. They are in charge. I don't know the mayor for Milan. So in the meeting, tell the mayor what is positive and isn't in your neighborhood. So in my neighborhood, there is a school, but there isn't a hairdresser. Okay, so tell the mayor what is and isn't in your neighborhood. Corinne, you're doing great. There's post office in this neighborhood. In this, okay. So you can say in this neighborhood or in my neighborhood. In my neighborhood, there isn't a tower. There isn't a tower. Lovely. Ami, in my neighborhood, there is a Japanese restaurant and a lot of shops. There isn't a shopping center, and there aren't museums and dog parks. Okay, so for a negative, we use there aren't any or there isn't any. Corinne, in this neighborhood, there is a library, but there isn't a tower. Good. What your spelling for library? Library. No I. Did I spell that wrong? Yeah, I did. Sorry, I spelled it wrong. Library. There you go. Okay, guys, great work. Okay, neighborhood tour. Give a tour of your neighborhood to your friend. Describe what there is and isn't in your neighborhood. What is there? What isn't there? How often do you go there? Ooh, lovely. So, write a tour for your neighborhood. So, a tour is when you are showing, explaining your neighborhood to your friend. Okay, so welcome to my tour. This is Porta Romana. In this neighborhood, there. Okay, Corinne. In this neighborhood, there is a park, but there isn't any bank. We would say there aren't any banks. There aren't any banks. There is a park, but there aren't any banks. So in the negative, we would use the plural. There aren't. There aren't. Yes, there aren't any banks. Wonderful. So go on, make it long. So what is there? How often do you go there? So in Porta Romana, there is a museum. I never go to the museum. There is a museum. I never go to the museum. I go there. I go there is a concert. I understand. We would say I go there for concerts. Good. I go there for concerts. Concerts. So it's similar to French. We say for, like pour. I go there for concerts. And describe. Yes. Lovely. Great phrase, Corinne. I go there for concerts. How often do you go there? I go to Porta Romana normally. I go to Porta Romana every day, 5 days a week, 5 times a week for work. There are lots of cafes and bars. I go there sometimes. Ami, in my neighbourhood, there are many shopping centres and restaurants, and there isn't any park. There aren't any parks, and there aren't any cinemas or pubs. But there is a big gym where I go every day. Lovely. Good work, Ami. Just remember, in the negative, we use plural. There aren't any parks. Cinemas. Okay, great work, guys. Let's just do a quick revision. So to review, I go meet friends in restaurants, but I never go to the museum. Great work, Corinne. That's perfect. I go meet friends. That's a good phrase. Review. So there is a pharmacy. There are 2 hair salons. There are lots of restaurants. So lots of, what does lots of mean? What does lots of mean? So I've said it a few times. Hopefully you remember. What does lots of mean? So there are lots of restaurants. It doesn't mean difference. It means many. Means many. Lots of means many. Okay. There isn't a post office. Okay. There are too many or too much. Good, Ami. So, too many means, so I have 5 friends and I have 10 chairs. I have too many chairs. But lots of is more general. I have lots of chairs. It just means generally I have a lot of. I have maybe 5 or 4 or 10. I have lots of, but it is similar. Very good, Ami. Similar to there are too many or too much. Okay, guys. That's the end of the focus. We've run out of time. I'll just show you the last of the slide. So how often we did that as well. Okay, wonderful, guys. So Ami, Corinne, thank you. Hope you have a good evening. And I'll say goodbye. Okay, bye, guys.